Bloody Mary is both a delicious vodka cocktail and a scary ghost that appears in a mirror when her name is called 3 times. Sometimes she curses people, sometimes she strangles them, sometimes she drinks their blood, and sometimes she simply steals their souls. Of course, she's just a spooky story passed on by kids and teens who want to freak each other out. But what if she wasn't? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that looks to answer a wide variety of queries, be they historical, scientific, mythical, or theoretical. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm asking, what if Bloody Mary was real? Before we peer into this video, I just want to ask you guys to hit that thumbs up button and also let me know if you believe in Bloody Mary. I'm actually very interested to read your comments on this one. Do you believe in it? I don't think I do. So the legend of spooky old Bloody Mary seemed to originate in Britain in the 1700s. Sometimes she's associated with Mary Tudor, Queen of England, but often she's simply a ghost of her very own being. There are variants surrounding the ritual to invoke her spirit. In the legend's early days, young women would try and walk backwards up the stairs holding a hand mirror and a candle. When they got to the top, they were supposed to be able to see their husband's face in the mirror, unless, that is, they saw a skull, which meant they would die before they had the chance to marry. In more modern times, kids and teens of all genders would simply chant her name to summon the ghost. It's usually done in a dark room lit only by candlelight as a person repeatedly chants Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary into a mirror. After some time, she would then appear as a witch or a corpse in the reflection. Some say they simply see the apparition, whilst others claims that she will harm you in some way. So like, what if she was real? Firstly, mate, just don't summon her. Honey only seems to come when ritualistically summoned. Pop those candles away and maybe don't go chanting into those mirrors. It seems simple, right? Well, perhaps if Bloody Mary was real and all summoning her took was a chant, some candles and a mirror, we might all be a bit more wary around reflective surfaces. In some cultures, they believe the dead are able to see us through mirrors, and indeed mirrors have long since been the subject of superstitions, for example the 7 years bad luck rule for breaking one. Maybe if Bloody Mary was real, we may find a way to summon more spirits using a good old mirror and a candle. Who knows who else we could talk to over the bathroom sink? Also, if Bloody Mary were real in the original folklore sense, what hold does she have over our husbands? How does she know what they look like? What if you wanted a wife? If Mary has the power to curse us, then does that mean that other people can do it too? Would this mean that other ghosts and ghouls are real? If I was in charge of a country and Bloody Mary was real, I would ban the summoning, and if that didn't work, maybe I'd ban mirrors. And perhaps this would encourage a new era of anti-vanity. Although I guess we could use our phone cameras to check our appearance. But wait, could Bloody Mary get us through our phones too? I bet nobody has tried that yet because everyone's all about the mirrors. But if so, could her ghost go like actually viral? Could she start haunting our tech? Would it be like a 2018 episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where a person unwittingly uploads a ghoul to the internet? I'm kind of here for it. Can we control old Delete Mary? All of these what ifs, but in some versions of the tale, Bloody Mary was real. She was Mary the First Queen of England, a woman with a very sad history of lovelessness and neglect. Mary the First was the child of Catherine of Aragon. She saw her father divorce her mother because she hadn't produced a male heir. She saw her stepmother cruelly smear her name, and rumour has it she suffered from awful menstrual cramps. Mary's only shortfalling seemed to be the fact that she was female. Later, she disposed of her competition for the crown and began brutally trying to reform the British Church, garnering her the nickname Bloody Mary. The woman entered into a marriage with a man who didn't love her, and she had a false pregnancy, perhaps tying up the real historical figure with the folklore that seems to have its roots in femininity, marriage, loss, sadness, and vengeance. She was very real, and it would be quite something if her scorn extended nearly 500 years into the future. Many people swear they've seen Bloody Mary by looking in the mirror, but so far as we know, ghosts aren't real, so how can we explain this? Well, there is scientific reasoning behind the phenomena. It is something psychologists call the strange face illusion. Basically, staring into a mirror for a long time can cause a person to hallucinate. As the eyes struggle to deal with the intensity of prolonged staring, the brain begins to visualize things that aren't there. It can cause the face to appear to melt or see other strange faces we don't recognize to be ourselves. Other explanations include hysteria and self-hypnosis, which makes sense. Bloody Mary might not be real, but our brains are powerful enough to invent her in our own minds. So guys, what do you think would happen if Bloody Mary was real? Who was she? What's her story? Is she indeed the jilted former Queen of England, or is she the devil incarnate? Let me know in the comments section down below. For now, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your host, Rebecca Felgate. If you want to keep up with me, there is a link to my channel in the description box down below. Also, please do make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you want us to keep making scary videos. I'll catch you guys in the next vid, but until then, stay away from the candle, stay away from the mirrors, and maybe just, don't invoke any murderous spirits. And of course, never ever stop questioning.